There's a serious debate about whether or not Kylie Jenner, who in 3 years has managed to create a business worth over $900 million, is self-made. Many people obsessing over semantics and stupid hypothetical situations. Even dictionary.com chimed in, suggesting that Kylie Jenner is not self-made because the definition requires success to be unaided. Okay, let's think this through for a second. Someone can only be considered self-made if they were never aided in life? That's right, someone can only be self-made if they never received help or cooperated with other people. Of course, this ignores the fact that everyone alive today benefits from various discoveries, inventions, and infrastructures that were built or created by other people since the beginning of fucking time. By what standard is someone unaided exactly? If someone is raised by two competent parents, goes to a decent public school, and receives an academic scholarship, and ends up using said scholarship to become an engineer, are they self-made? After all, this engineer never would have achieved any success without their parents caring for them, taxpayers funding their education, and a university offering them an academic scholarship. Is this really the world we want to live in?
If you got a business, you didn't build that. You didn't build that.
Nobody is arguing that Kylie Jenner is some rags to riches story. But it's foolish to conflate the concept of rags to riches with the concept of self-made. It's not like Kylie Jenner was just given a fortune by her rich family and is simply coasting. No! Kylie Jenner is making the most of what she has been given. It's really not different than LeBron James using his height and athletic ability to win at basketball. Sure, LeBron James was born with certain talents, but he also spends $1 million a year on his body, trains hard during the offseason, and is constantly improving his game. Anyone that reads the Forbes piece will see that Kylie Jenner has been grinding since she was about 12 years old, studying makeup tutorials on YouTube, and during her modeling career, mining her makeup assistants for more information. Kylie Jenner has found ways to make her lips stand out using unique makeup techniques and is constantly thinking of new products to sell and how to sell them. And while we can all point to the fact that she has the money, the connections, and the following to easily sell her products, consider the fact that Kylie Jenner has multiple siblings with the same opportunities, and none of them hold a candle to her at age 21. In fact, Kylie Jenner is worth nearly 3 times as much as Kim Kardashian, whom has been a household name for nearly a decade. Meanwhile, Rob Kardashian can barely manage to sell a pair of socks. You'd think that with all of the criticisms toward Kylie Jenner, that Rob Kardashian would be able to bankrupt Fruit of the Loom in 2 weeks. Going back to the basketball analogy, which I find fitting considering that Kylie's siblings have boned half the NBA, does anyone dismiss Steph Curry's accomplishments as anything but self-made, given the fact that he was raised by a professional basketball player and thus had opportunities that most aspiring basketball players don't have? If that's the case, then Steph Curry should give his MVP trophies to his pops Del Curry because he's the real MVP. Oh yeah, this line of thinking falls apart fast when you consider that Steph Curry's brother Seth Curry has had the same opportunities and is not nearly as good at playing basketball. I have yet to see anyone deny the fact that Kylie Jenner is successful. Since dictionary.com is anal about proper definitions and loosely applying them, let's consider their definition of success: the favorable or prosperous termination of attempts or endeavors, the accomplishment of one's goals, the attainment of wealth, positions, honors, or the like. A performance or achievement that's marked by success, as by the attainment of honors. Well, it sounds to me like the financial success of Kylie Cosmetics is due to the accomplishments of Kylie Jenner's goals. And since success needs to be achieved and earned, that means that success cannot simply be given. If you think otherwise, then by your logic, participation trophies are legitimate accomplishments. Even if we consider Kylie's mom's role in Kylie's success, the Forbes piece claims that Kris Jenner is compensated for her work. Kris Jenner was paid $17 million based on $153 million in revenue in 2017. How is this any different than simply hiring a manager or a CEO that knows what they're doing? If Kylie Cosmetics were truly all the work of Kris Jenner, then why wouldn't Kris Jenner keep all of the profits for herself instead of taking a small portion? Why wouldn't Kris Jenner just call it Kris Cosmetics and own 100% of it? Why would she wait for her daughter to turn 18 to create such a business? Oh yeah, it's probably because Kylie Cosmetics and the hundreds of millions in sales is only possible because of Kylie Jenner. Had Kris Jenner and Caitlyn Jenner not went to the boneyard 21 years ago, then none of this would have ever been possible. And stop with this nonsense about hypothetical alternatives, asking whether or not Kylie Jenner would be as successful if she were born into a lower class family without any fame. We'll never know because that's not the reality of the situation. Such questions are simply an evasion of reality and are irrelevant to the question at hand. And if we're going to take the unaided argument to its logical conclusion, then nobody that has ever achieved significant financial success is self-made, because babies and children are not capable of raising and educating themselves to the point where they can successfully sell their labor and genius on the market. Unless you think everyone is capable of figuring out how to read and count and discover fire on their own without any help or guidance, take your dumb game of semantics and shove it up your ass.